It's the LKQ Pick Your Part West Coast Figure 8 Championship, and we are green. Jesse Gordon rolling backwards. He gets it fired back up, and we've got a lot of traffic in the intersection. Leaders closing in. You can see them going by now. Traffic in that intersection. Jay Henson going around. One of the drivers with the worst luck here. Local drivers, he spins it out. And trouble into turn number 1. Clark and White making contact. We are battling for the lead. Restart lap number 20. Here comes Tunney to the low side, locking up the brakes. And Eddie Van Meter will lead lap 21 to put that 23 machine on a lap-led count. Oh, and around, and big trouble into turn number 1. Hadley spins again, same spot, but this time with some contact with Curtis. And trouble for Henson. He's got a flat right rear. He goes off into the pits. Heavy lap traffic for your leaders. They got to dip and dive around some of the slower traffic.
Van Meter's tire was down already right there.
Yeah.
You see that?
I do. And you can see it sparking there. Yep. It is flat.
And so he probably wasn't even able to turn.
Ben going for a ride. You can see him going airborne.
Right here. I think his tire goes down right there.
Oh, with Ron Davis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they were going around the lap traffic to 20 of racing Ron Davis, who again, by the way, is back on track.
Yep.
This crossover now getting interesting with Ben Tunney, your leader, right there in the mix. Everybody swarming, finding a way through.
Guys, Mike Hadley climbing out of his race car right now. Looks like some sort of ignition issue for Hadley in this 4-car. Been running in the top 5. We'll try to get a word with him here the next time that we have a caution.
Oh, trouble into turn number 1. A stack up involving your leader, Ben Tunney. Closing in, you can see Mark Tunney had a nose and ahead for a second, but now they're side by side with a wall of lap traffic. Mark Tunney's going to thread the needle, but he's going to get held up possibly. 3 wide into 1, no. Mark Tunney takes it if he's not up front, and then the stack up right in front of Van Meter, and Mark Tunney getting collected with the number 20 and more problems coming in. Side by side for the lead up front through turns number 1 and 2, and some contact around out of turn number 2. Stacking up, everybody trying to avoid through the smoke show. Slower traffic in this lead battle. Van Meter with a bumper, and Ben Tunney will take advantage of the pick. Side by side for second with 2 drivers that may or may not be happy with each other. You can see the bumper. Van Meter applying to Mark Tunney, and there it is. He said he was going to make it hard for Mark, and he did just that. Side by side, lap traffic slowing these two both down, and that was a yellow streak. Your leader of Ben Tunney. He is right now a half a lap behind these two, and Mark Tunney's going to spin it out. Spinning it out, collecting with Ron Davis, and we go red-yellow. Nope, maybe not. Next time, I promise. Van Meter staking, glued to the low side. Trying to get a good arc through the corner around his Wilkinson. All by himself, he continues on in a lead change. Ben Tunney passes Eddie Van Meter on the low side of turn number 3. Look at this traffic. All battling for the lead in Ron Davis.
Oh, no.
He had the problem, and Eddie Van Meter gets collected. Your leader. Eddie Van Meter. Flawless by no means, but through the final sets of corners, the 2019 LKQ Pick Your Part West Coast Figure 8 champion, 4-time winner, Ben Tunney, here at Orange Show.
Well, it was definitely a race of survival, but for the 4th time in his career, Ben Tunney comes to Orange Show Speedway and will leave $10,000 richer and victorious. Ben, congratulations. That was a whale of a race. I couldn't imagine what it was like behind the wheel for you, but you win this one by over a lap. What made you so good tonight?
The car was pretty decent, but most of all, just had to really have a lot of patience. You had to really watch ahead and not drive off the front of your hood, really pay attention to what guys were doing in front of you. So, like I said on the break, it really was a race of survival.